Today, Coros is announcing a massive upcoming software update with the ability for you to mirror your watch display on your smartphone, the start of some very interesting cycling enhancements, a virtual pacer for running and racing, and for outdoor climbing, they've got improvements to GPS accuracy for steep vertical climbing. Okay, so 70% of us runners actually run with their phone. So why not take advantage of the extra screen real estate for mapping, for indoor stationary workouts, or even using your phone as a makeshift cycling computer? At least that's the idea behind one of the upcoming updates from Coros, where you can mirror some of your watch's metrics onto your smartphone device. Here's how it's all gonna work. If you're in an activity on your watch and you go to the profile screen on your smartphone, click this little button in the top left corner here, and it'll put you into this screen mirroring mode. It's pretty simple, but it could also be super helpful. For example, if you're going for a hike and you just wanna see mapping that you've got on your watch, but you wanna see it a little bit more clearly, maybe see it on a little bit larger screen. Or maybe you're doing something like climbing or rowing and turning your wrists to the side like this. It's just not really an option. Now, all of this stuff that I'm showing you guys is all beta software. I do expect some of this stuff is gonna change, but let's go over all of the new stuff, all of the new goodness within this Coros software update, because there's more than just screen mirroring here. Okay, so we looked at screen mirroring, but check this out. There's this new virtual pacer option here. You can set an optional target distance and a target pace. So if you want to try to run 7-minute pace for 10K, you can set that as a goal here. And now we have this little guy running here, and it'll tell you if you're behind or ahead of your goal pace. I think it's a little bit hard to see the details here, but I'm sure this is just one of those things that are going to change as the beta software gets flushed out. The outdoor climbing activity got an update. So now the dual frequency watches that are on the market will work just as normal as you approach a climb or as you descend a climb. But when you're actually on a steep climb, when you're actually doing the climb itself, it actually has a newly adjusted algorithm for dealing with a lot of the issues that watches have with this kind of slow vertical moving activity. It also appears to me that Coros is starting to take cycling a little bit more seriously. They now have a new FTP test that they're going to be adding in here, which I think is actually very cool. It's basically like, it's a bit of a ramp test from what I've heard, and it'll estimate your FTP. But your training load for cycling will also now be based on power, if you are connected to a power meter. And if not, that training load metric just falls back to your heart rate. Okay, next update to talk about within this software update, the user interface actually got a really nice update. And I'm showing this on the Vertex 2, and the Pace 3 does not have the update. So you can just kind of see that for reference here. But you can see that the grid lines are now gone, and there's a little bit more room for actual data here. And again, this is beta, so I do expect changes. But currently it looks like the data field names are gonna appear for 5 seconds, and then turn to icons just to allow the text to enlarge and just have more space on the screen. If you press any button or if you scroll the dial, the data fields just appear, and then after 5 seconds it goes back to the icons. And then also in this update, you can now use navigation on the watch during a planned workout. And there's now a basic interval mode for treadmill runs. Okay, what else is new in here? There's actually quite a few things for climbers. So now you can build a climbing workout in the Coros training app, and then you can send it to your watch to follow along. But they've also added climbing training plans. And you guys feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am, but I think this makes Coros one of the only athletic brands making climbing training plans for devices like this. And then additionally, Coros has added more bouldering grades. So that's grades like UIAA, Eubank, or Australian, just different bouldering grades by region, basically. And then also this update from Coros, they've updated the recovery timer. So look for that algorithm to be a little bit more reflective of how much time it's gonna take for you to recover. Coros has also added the ability to sync running form tests and fitness tests over to Strava in the Strava Notes area, so that's good. And then there's also a new integration with Insta360. And if you're not familiar with Insta360, they make action cameras, sort of. Well, they make action cameras and 360 cameras. They're actually really good, but now you can sync your Coros data on top of those Insta360 videos. And for us swimmers, now you can increment pool sizes by 5 meters. Before it was just the basics. You could do like short course yards or long course meters. So now you'll have a little bit more fine control there for those of you guys who have odd distances for your local pools. Okay, when can we expect to see all of these updates? When can we get our grubby little hands on this update? Here's the release chart with the dates. I will say, of course, this is all subject to change based on the feedback that Coros actually gets when they actually go into that public beta phase with their testers. But I'm actually curious to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of this update? Is there anything in here that is of particular interest to you? Is there something that's kind of exciting for you? As always, I'm happy to continue these conversations down in the comment section of these videos. Comment section is right below the like and subscribe button down there. But either way, Coros watch or no watch at all, I really do hope that you're getting out there, swimming, biking, running, rinsing, and repeating it all over again. And we will see you guys on the next